what if the person you show the world isn't actually you? What if the confidence, the ambition, the humour, even the discipline is a carefully constructed identity designed to earn approval, avoid rejection, and secure love? And what if beneath all that, there's something quieter, more grounded, more real? By the end of this episode, you'll understand the difference between the false self and the true self, and why most people spend their lives perfecting a mask while neglecting their core. So where did this idea come from? Well, the concept of the false self and the true self was developed by psychoanalyst Donald Winnicott. He observed that when a child's authentic emotional expressions aren't fully received, when vulnerability is dismissed, anger is punished, joy is controlled, the child adapts. They begin asking subconsciously, what version of me gets accepted? And that version becomes the false self. It's not deception, it's survival, but survival identities can become permanent. The false self is a version of you designed for approval, safety, validation, belonging, and status. It monitors the room constantly. It adjusts tone. It edits opinions. It hides weakness. It amplifies strengths strategically. It says, don't disappoint, be impressive, stay likeable, and win. From the outside, it can look powerful, but internally it's fragile because it depends on feedback. Remove applause and it panics. The true self is pre-performance. It's who you are when you're alone. You're not trying, you're not being evaluated, you're not seeking approval. It doesn't ask, will this make me admired? It asks, is this aligned? The true self is not dramatic, it's not performative, it's steady, and when you act from it, there is a quiet internal congruence. It feels clean. The false self forms when love feels conditional, when a child learns, I'm valued when I achieve, I'm liked when I'm easy, I'm respected when I'm strong, I'm safe when I stay quiet. So identity becomes strategic. You become the high performer, the tough one, the peacemaker, the caretaker, the funny one, the mysterious one. And eventually the role fuses with the personality. And you forget it was ever constructed. Living from the false self creates subtle tension. It's a hidden cost, because you might succeed, you might build status, you might achieve wealth, but internally there's often restlessness, emotional numbness, a fear of being found out, a constant need to prove, because the false self is exhausting, it requires maintenance, it is performance without intermission. Be honest, you change personality depending on who you're around. So here are some signs that you're operating from the false self. Well, one is you change personality depending on who you're around. You fear being disliked more than being inauthentic. You pursue goals that don't truly excite you. Silence feels uncomfortable. Criticism feels like an attack on your identity. You struggle to say no when something misaligns. Success doesn't bring peace, only temporary relief. That anxiety you feel, that's the mask defending itself. So, how do we meet the true self? Well, the true self doesn't emerge through achievement. It emerges through stillness, through asking, what would I do if no one sees it? What would I want if no one sees it? What do I value if it earns me nothing? What feels right even if it costs me? This process is uncomfortable, because without performance you confront uncertainty. But that uncertainty is honest, and honesty is grounding. So let's flip it. What are the signs that you're operating from your true self? Well, it could be that you don't have a need to impress. You can tolerate being misunderstood. You say no without guilt when something misaligns. You feel calm in solitude. You pursue goals because they resonate, not because they elevate status. Criticism becomes information, not identity threat. You can be silent without anxiety. Your confidence feels stable, not loud. There is less urgency, less proving, less performance, more clarity, more presence, more peace. It doesn't mean you stop striving, it means your striving becomes aligned. So the key is integration, not elimination. The goal isn't to destroy the false self, it's helped you survive, it helped you navigate systems, it helped you build skills. The goal is awareness. To use the mask consciously, not live inside it unconsciously. High-level individuals don't remove the mask. They know when they're wearing it, and they don't confuse it with who they are. Modern culture rewards the false self. Social media amplifies performance. Status metrics are public. Identity is created. Comparison is constant, and you're incentivized to become a brand. But brands are constructed, and construction without introspection leads to disconnection. The true self requires silence, reflection, courage, and emotional tolerance, and that's rare. The false self promises acceptance, the true self offers peace. One adapts to the world, the other aligns with itself. The strategy isn't that we build masks. The strategy is never questioning whether we've mistaken the mask for the face. So ask yourself, if no one was watching, if no one was judging, if there was no applause, who would you be? That's where the real work begins. And if you like this episode, please don't forget to follow, like, subscribe and comment. And just a quick shout out to our sponsors. Strong Coffee Company, protein-packed coffee for energy and clarity. Use code Vancrux1 for 20% off at strongcoffeecompany.com. And then there's More Labs, clinically proven hydration and recovery drinks. Use code Vancrux1 for 25% off at morelabs.com. And then Liquor Gummies, electrolytes and vitamins for hangover prevention. Use code Vancrux1 for 20% off at liquor.com. That's liquure.com.